Okay, that's Leonard Nimoy, he died February 27, 2015, and that was my favorite person out of celebrities that died from smoking tobacco, including Mark Twain, Babe Ruth, Frank Sinatra, Sigmund Freud. And I got the information on Leonard Nimoy from CNN. And also I went to twitter.com and to verify that the rumors that he admitted to smoking, and I did find his account, and on it said, "Don't smoke, I did, I wish I never had." And he died from COPD, which is caused usually by smoking. And since he admitted it, a pretty good chance that's what caused it. So, am I the only one that smokes in here? Just wondering. Okay, I guess. Okay, wondering. Okay. So, ask. All right. So, how could these deaths be prevented? I propose electronic cigarettes. And so I'm promoting, my persuasive speech is going to be about electronic cigarettes. And I first discovered electronic cigarettes when I was driving a truck, and that was probably 5 years ago. And they were small, they resembled a cigarette, and they weren't nearly as good as a cigarette. So since then, I stopped driving a truck, and now I meet more people. And as a cab driver, one of my customers got in a car one day and pulled out something resembling this, which is a much stronger version. And I called it, he didn't tell me what it was, so I just assumed they were calling it an electronic cigar, but it's actually an electronic cigarette. Okay. So if you I called several places, and nobody has an electronic cigar. That's not what it is. And they actually get bigger than this. They're like, 10, they make them 10 times bigger than this. So if you have trouble quitting smoking, you can definitely do it with this. And the initial cost of this might be, like this one costs like over $50, but you can, but they're so good at making these now, I haven't replaced, this all has interchangeable parts. I haven't replaced any of the interchangeable parts in this in like 6 months. So yeah, I'm just paying for the nicotine. So, okay, so I guess I'll go to the next slide. And so, this is, even if you don't smoke, you might consider doing this, if you ever have an obesity problem, which is becoming more common in America. So, and also, and from my own experience, I know that it does reduce appetite. So I can verify that. I use myself as a reference. And according to Discovery Magazine, nicotine may help treat Parkinson's, schizophrenia, and other neurological diseases. So they agree with me, Discovery Magazine. Also, Scientific American magazine also agrees with me that it could be beneficial as an effective cognitive enhancer and treatment for relieving mild cognitive impairment. ADHD, Tourette's, plus, they also say weight loss can be used for that. And so that's another reason I might use it. I don't have schizophrenia, but mild cognitive, neurological enhancer, that sounds, you might consider it for that if you think, experiment with it. And then another person that agrees with me is a professor of law at the University of Ottawa, Canada, David T. Sweener. And that was on an FDA website. I don't think he works for the FDA, but Federal Drug Administration. The health gains, this is sort of paraphrasing, the health gains that can be achieved by giving nicotine without the smoke are truly enormous. Imagine if most people obtain caffeine by smoking tea leaves the way most currently get nicotine by smoking tobacco leaves. It too would be an enormous cause of ill health. So, and I guess we didn't know how to extract the nicotine, so that's why we started smoking and just came back, started. And plus, I noticed that Vibrant, you could get Vibrant way before you could get nicotine pills, from what I remember. So we're just kind of slow on this, and I think these just came out recently within the past 10 years. And they're still getting better at making them. And also, according to Fox News, the most common adverse health effects mentioned in e-cigarettes. E-cigarettes for vomiting, nausea, eye irritation, and only one suicide death from nicotine liquid was reported to poison centers. Okay, so without smoking tobacco leaves more than 4,800 deaths annually, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So smoking tobacco leaves is more deadly. And I know it takes a long time for this to cause health effects, but so far I don't think anybody's died from lung cancer from this. Cigarettes could have unlimited ingredients from sitting outside, and liquid nicotine is refined, so you're getting, who knows what from a tobacco leaf that's, bird poop, insects crawling. You're inhaling that in your lungs. E-cigarettes can also, well, on a negative side, e-cigarettes also contain ethylene glycol, since nicotine is not water soluble and water, so it has to be tested. I don't know what but I don't think you would need a filter for this. I think it's just, that's the only negative part, is the ethylene glycol. Who knows what that will do. So that's why I need more people to use e-cigarettes in case I'm wrong. And I am killing myself, and I don't want to be the only one looking for a cure for an unforeseen disease. So I'm going into the unknown, just like Leonard Nimoy. I'm going where no smoke, no one has gone before. Because it takes 20 years to, and that's it. 20 years to show up.